Good afternoon to those that have joined us. Just waiting for a few more people to join us, then we'll begin. So warm welcome to everyone who's joined us so far. Hello, hello. Give it a few more moments. See if there's any more people coming in. All right, it's 2:31, so I think I'll formally start. So very warm welcome to all our members and colleagues joining us today for this Easy Fundraising session with Irish in Britain. You probably all know me, but I'm Aisling McDowell in Community Development, and I'll be hosting today's session, so I'll be monitoring the chat box and the Q&A box. This session is being recorded, so we can upload it later on after the session as a resource. You're not on camera and you are on mute, but we encourage you to contribute in the Q&A box and the chat box, which can be found at the bottom of your Zoom screen. I'll be monitoring that throughout, so please post any questions throughout the session, but also we'll hold a space in the session for Q&A specifically, which I'll put to our speakers for today. I think in terms of housekeeping, that's probably all. What I'll do first is hand over to Fiona McGeever, who is our Partnerships and Engagement Lead, and she'll say a few words and then introduce our speakers, Becky Coleman and Roisin Lyons of Easy Fundraising. So over to you, Fiona.
Thanks, Aisling. Hi, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Fiona and I'm the Partnerships and Engagement Lead at Irish in Britain. I'm really excited about our webinar today. I came across Easy Fundraising many years ago when it was in its early days, and they have expanded and well, I'm going to say expanded. They've got lots and lots of people, shoppers and companies on board, and they're doing such good work in the charity sector space. So we are really delighted to have them today to talk to you about how you can raise some money by your supporters shopping online. So I will now hand over to Becky and Roisin if needs be.
Thank you. Thanks very much, Fiona. Thanks, Aisling. Yeah, hi, my name's Becky Coleman. I am the Community Partnerships Manager here at Easy Fundraising. And I've also got my colleague Roisin here. Do you want to give us a wave, Ro? Roisin's going to be here to help out on the chat as well. And because I'm suffering from a horrendous cold at the moment, should my voice go, then Roisin's going to take over for me. So let's get started. We'll talk to you about how you can use Easy Fundraising to turn the online shopping of your supporters into donations for your good cause. So by the end of the session, I'm hopeful that you're going to know how Easy Fundraising works, how to get started if you're not already registered with us. And I'll also talk to you about the free support that we give our good causes to enable you to raise as much as possible. So what is Easy Fundraising? Well, we're a free online fundraising platform, and quite simply, your organisation will get monetary donations from leading retailers when your supporters shop online with them. So by organisation, I mean any of the groups connected to Irish in Britain are eligible to join Easy Fundraising. You don't have to be a charity, you just have to be a good cause. And by supporters, I mean your volunteers, your family and friends, yourself, your committee members, your service users, anybody that would like to help you raise a little bit of money can use Easy Fundraising. It's a really easy way to fundraise, hence the name. So it's entirely online, and it's also a really safe form of fundraising for that same reason. And it's also unrestricted. So the money you raise through Easy Fundraising is unrestricted in the sense that we're not going to ask you for any outcomes. You don't have to put it towards a certain project. You can use the money that you raise through our platform for just your running costs if that's what you want to do. It's also unrestricted in the sense that there's no cut-off point. So we're not going to say to you, oh, you've raised too much or you've been with us too long. We've been going since 2007 and we've got organisations that have been raising with us since that time. So you can raise with us for as long as you want. And there's no cost to your organisation or your supporters for using Easy Fundraising. So let me explain simply how it works. So the way I normally try to explain it is if you're going to shop online, rather than going straight to the retailer that you want to shop with, let's use Argos as an example. So if you want to go to Argos because you want to buy a toaster and a kettle, for argument's sake, instead of going straight to the Argos website, you simply access Argos through the Easy Fundraising website instead. We will take you to Argos where you shop completely as normally, but because you've started at Easy Fundraising, Argos will donate a certain percentage of what you have spent back to the good cause that you're supporting at no extra cost to you. So the great thing about this is everyone is shopping online at the moment. You know, we've been going since 2007, as I said, and so online shopping has grown and grown and grown in that time. Over the last couple of years, for obvious reasons, online shopping has grown even more. So you and your supporters will probably be shopping online anyway, regularly, semi-regularly, and this is a way you can get donations every time you do the shopping that you were going to do anyway. And as I say, there's no cost to your organisation, there's no monthly fees, there's no sign-up fees, and there's no cost to your supporters either. So if you were going to go to Argos and spend £50, you will still just spend £50, but because you started Easy Fundraising, Argos will send a certain percentage of that £50 back to your good cause. So what you need to do is join first. So you register your organisation with us. Now we've set up this page for you to do this through because we're working in partnership with Irish in Britain to help their members with their fundraising. So if you register through this page, which I think Aisling is going to pop in the chat at some point as well, then we'll know that you're an Irish in Britain member, and we'll be able to just give you any extra support and help that you need. We'll then provide you with lots of free marketing tools and fundraising tools to help you tell your supporters that you're now an Easy Fundraising cause and to help you get them on board to support you. And then whenever they shop, the retailer will send your organisation a donation. So that's a genuine screenshot of a donation that I raised recently with Homebase for my organisation. And so that is how it will work for your organisation. We partner with over 6,000 retailers, and it really is everyone that you're already shopping with. So you won't need to tell your supporters that they've got to shop somewhere different or anything like that. They can just shop where they normally shop. But if they do it through Easy Fundraising, they'll raise a donation for you every time. So you've got your everyday retailers like eBay and Amazon and Argos. You've got your takeaways like Deliveroo and Uber Eats. You've got your department stores, Marks and Spencer's and John Lewis and Debenhams and people like that. You've also got lots of travel retailers, Trainline, Booking.com, all the major travel providers. You've even got supermarkets. So for your weekly grocery shop, you can raise a donation with Sainsbury's, Waitrose, Asda, Tesco's, Iceland, all of the main Morrisons are a new retailer that have joined us as well. So even just your weekly grocery shop can earn a donation, and everything else you can think of as well. Let me give you a quick demo of how it works. I'm just going to head over to the Easy Fundraising site. So this is my Easy Fundraising page. I support Home Start in Birmingham. This is how much I've raised all time, not all for Home Start because I've supported previously different causes, but that's how much I've raised for my causes. So all you do is search for the retailer that you want to shop with. So I'm going to go with John Lewis. So if I start typing John, it will bring up anything that matches that. I click on that and it will take me to this page, which tells me what my donation amount will be. So if I'm going to buy an Apple, Android or smart product, 0.5% of what I spend will go to Home Start, 2% if it's an electrical product. Anything else I buy today, 3% of what I spend will go to Home Start. Just simply click on any one of these pink buttons. They all do the same job. All they do is take you to the John Lewis website. And you'll see I'm now on the John Lewis website. I just shop completely as normally, but because I've started Easy Fundraising, depending on what I buy, up to 2%, 3%, sorry, is going to go back to my good cause. If I've already got an account with John Lewis, I could just log in the normal way. Everything stays exactly the same now. It's just that step right at the start to take you from Easy Fundraising to John Lewis. That's what triggers the donation when you buy something. The other way you can use the site is if you don't know which retailer you want to buy with, but you do know what you want to buy, you can go shop to raise here and look at all of our different categories. So if I go down to travel as an example, perhaps I want to book a holiday, go to holiday packages. I can then see a list of all of the different retailers that we currently partner with and the donation that they're going to give. So let's choose TUI. And you can see here, it's got all the details of different donations, depending on what I buy. So if I click again, any one of these buttons, doesn't matter which one, takes me to the TUI website. And if I then go on to buy something, depending on what I've booked, whether it's a hotel or a flight or a package, up to 2% is going to go back. And that would be a really big donation because people spend a lot on their holidays. So those are the two ways you can use the site. What we also have is an app, so it works exactly the same way as the website. You can just search for the retailer you want to shop with and click out from the app. The app is available for Android and iOS, and it's entirely free. And then the other way you can raise money through Easy Fundraising is via our donation reminder. So this is a widget that you download just the once to your desktop or your laptop, and it sits on your machine, and it basically stops you forgetting to collect a donation. Because if you were to go straight to a retailer's website and you haven't gone in through the Easy Fundraising website, you won't get a donation because the retailer doesn't know you've come from Easy Fundraising. However, if you have the donation reminder installed, then watch what happens. So if I just search for Marks and Spencer's, so I've not gone through the Easy Fundraising website, I've gone straight to Marks and Spencer's, but you can see that because I've got the donation reminder installed, it's captured the fact that I'm an Easy Fundraising user, and it knows that Marks and Spencer's is an Easy Fundraising partner retailer. And so it's joined the dots in the background. All I would do is click on that button. It will log me into my Easy Fundraising account in the background, keep me on the Marks and Spencer's website. I can just carry on shopping. And if I buy something, I won't miss out on a donation. So it's a really clever tool. We know people sometimes forget. If you're always in the habit of just going straight to a retailer that you've shopped with many times before, you might forget to go through Easy Fundraising. Also, we have over 6,000 retailers, so you just won't know them all. So you might find yourself on a retailer's website without even knowing that it's an Easy Fundraising partner retailer. But the donation reminder does know, so it will serve you that message. It will pop you up a message and you can log in the background, collect your donation. The other thing that it does is if you were searching in Google for a product, so let's say washing machine, the top few results will always be your Google sponsored results. But if you scroll down the results, if there's an Easy Fundraising partner retailer that you could buy a washing machine from, it will clearly be displayed in the search results. And again, all you would do is click on one of these buttons, it'll take you to the retailer's website, log you in, so you won't miss a donation that way either. So those are the different ways that you can use the Easy Fundraising site. You can use the website, you can use the app, or you can use the donation reminder. So that's just a little screenshot of the app and the donation reminder to let you know what that's all about. I'll cover off a couple of questions now, and then I'll just come to Ro and check if there are any other questions that I need to cover off at the moment. But you don't have to be a charity. Easy Fundraising is open to all good causes, regardless of charitable status. You just have to be unselfish goals. You have to be non-profit. You can be a CIC, a social enterprise. You don't have to be a certain size. Many of our causes are small community-based organisations. So it isn't that you have to be a large charity to use Easy Fundraising, not at all. It won't cost you anything. As I've said, there's no monthly charges or anything like that. We are funded by the retailers, so that's why we can keep Easy Fundraising free for everybody. You'll be paid your donations every 3 months. We total up everything that's been raised by all of your supporters and we send it to you in one go every 3 months. We'll send it to you by bank transfer or by cheque. When you register your organisation with us, we will ask you how you would like us to pay you, and that's how we will pay you. You don't have to draw that money down. You don't have to ask us for it. We'll automatically do that for you every 3 months. You have to have raised £15 in the 3 months. So that's 15 to trigger a payment. But if you haven't raised £15, don't worry, you wouldn't lose that money. It will just roll into the next quarter for you. And then we will pay you in the next quarter. And in terms of how much you could raise, well, the sky is the limit, really. We have many organisations that are raising hundreds, if not thousands of pounds every year. But if you use as a kind of a general rule of thumb that somebody doing a normal average amount of online shopping should be able to easily raise £35 to £40 for you every year, and then times that by the number of people you've got connected to your organisation, that gives you a bit of a benchmark. But I'm going to show you later in the session, there's some ways that you can really significantly boost that amount further. And I'm going to show you a video in a minute, which I think brings it to life. But I'm just going to quickly check with Aisling and Roisin. Have I got any questions that I need to answer at the moment? No? Okay. So I'm going to show you a video now, which is Martineau Gardens. So they are an organisation based in Birmingham. They registered with us at the end of last May, so they haven't even been with us a year. They've been with us about 9 months. Felicity, who you'll see talking on the video, she registered with them, and for the first 6 months or so she just raised on her own because she just wanted to sort of test it out. She raised about £140 on her own in that time, and now they've rolled it out to a few more members of staff. I think they've got 9 or 10 supporters now, and they've raised about £360-70, and they've not even been with us a year yet. So I feel like this gives you a good indication of just a smallish organisation and how they can benefit from free funds. So if you bear with me, I'm going to show you this. It's only a couple of minutes, so don't worry, it's not too long.
There were 3 reasons. Firstly, I think it's a really good tool in our fundraising portfolio. At the moment, most of our fundraising comes from grants, and this was sort of a new way of fundraising. And leading on from that, it's really accessible to the regular people who come into the gardens. I think fundraising for grants is really it's difficult to relate to for the everyday person, but everyone can relate to shopping. It was really easy. It's very easy to go on the website, sign up. It actually took me about 2 or 3 minutes really to create an account, and then I went in and put in a picture and some blurb about the company, and I think it might have taken about 10 minutes in total. So John Lewis, I bought all the school uniforms from Marks and Spencer's and Clark's, so that was really useful at the beginning of term, September. We booked a holiday with British Airways, so that was quite a large donation.
Well, at Marknow Gardens, we provide a therapeutic horticulture programme for people with mental health problems and a range of issues. So we're going to support that alongside our educational programme for young people. We do with a lot of school children that come in and have sessions in the gardens. But it's also down for us to have unrestricted funds which help out with the general costs of running a site like this as well. So it's a real benefit to us across the board.
Absolutely. I think it's a win-win situation for everyone. Big retailers want to donate to charities. Charities and organisations and good causes want to receive the donations. And it's great for a regular person to get involved and feel like they're doing a great thing by shopping online, and at no extra cost to themselves. They just need to do what they normally do.
So that's Martineau Gardens. It's a nice video, and as I say, I think it brings to life that you don't need to be a big organisation to use Easy Fundraising at all. They're not, but they're already benefiting from free funds. So whether you're a grassroots sports club, a children's group, a school, a small charity, dance troupe, anything like that, you are able to use Easy Fundraising and raise money. So getting started, how to set up your Easy Fundraising page. As I said, if you register through this link, excuse me while I just wipe my nose, my cold. If you register through this link, then that will know that you're part of the Irish in Britain membership, and we'll just be able to give you any extra support that you might need. You just put the name of your organisation in there. We will then ask you for your name, email address, and create a password so we can make you the admin of your course. So by that, just mean you're the main contact, and you'll have access to certain parts of the site that only you will be able to access, such as when I mentioned earlier that would pay you by bank transfer or check. Then you as the admin, you've got control of that, so nobody else could go in and amend any of your details or anything like that. Let us know if you're a registered charity. As I say, you do not have to be, that's just for our records. And then tell us what you're raising money for, or what it is your organisation does. And you don't have to be raising for a certain thing. You can just put a description of what it is your organisation does. If you don't have that to hand, you can skip it and come back and do that later. Then we'll ask you whether you'd like to have a call with one of our fundraising coaches, entirely optional and of course free. It takes about 15 minutes at a time to suit you. So you'll get access to a calendar where you can book a time slot. One of our team will give you a call, answer any questions you've got, guide you through anything you need. If you only have one question and you need 5 minutes, that's fine. If you've got lots of questions or you need guiding around the site and you need 30 minutes, that's also fine. Entirely up to you. And the aim is to just make sure that you are ready to raise funds and you know what you're doing. And then you'll have a page like this on the Easy Fundraising site. This is a C for Fireside. They're a homeless charity in Birmingham. They're also a member of Irish in Britain. So you'll have a page that looks like this. You'll be able to put your logo on and your description, and it will have this button on it that says support this cause. And what you want is for your supporters to come to your page and click that button and register to support you. And I'll show you in a minute how you can do that. But just to say, all your supporters need to do is register with a name and an email address and a password. They don't need to put any financial details in. They don't have to put their address in or anything like that. They just register an account with us so that we can link it to your cause. And then every time they use the app or the donation reminder or the website, we know that they're supporting you and their donations will automatically go to you. So how do you get your supporters on board? How do you get them to your page? So we've put together an area of the site, which I'll show you in a moment, which will help you let your supporters know that you have registered with Easy Fundraising, and it will also help you keep reminding them to use Easy Fundraising whenever they want to shop online to benefit your organisation. Because we know that you're busy, you may be volunteers, fundraising for your organisation may not be your main job, you've got lots of different things going on, we know that you're busy. So the last thing we want is for Easy Fundraising to be time consuming in any way. So what we try to do is make it as easy as possible. Let me show you what I mean. So once you've registered and you have set up your cause page, you will have access to up here where it says promote my cause. This is your fundraising toolkit, and this is bespoke for you. And what I mean is, if I go here and get started, you'll see that we have written some wording to help you really simply explain what Easy Fundraising is all about and to get people to your page to sign up. So we use this as an example, because I'm supporting Birmingham Home Start. This Facebook post has automatically populated with the name of my organisation. For you, it will have your organisation name in there. And most importantly, this is the link. This will be the link to take people directly to your Easy Fundraising page. So it's really simple. So if I wanted to share this on Facebook, all I would do is copy that. I would click post to Facebook. I just paste my wording in there. It's populated me a nice little image. I click post to Facebook and it will have shared it really simply to Facebook to get people to come and support my cause. Same for Twitter, WhatsApp. There's an email if you perhaps prefer to communicate with your members and supporters and volunteers via email, you can use that. And again, always automatically populated. So all the content in here is bespoke for your organisation. So it should be really easy. There's tons of stuff in this area. I'm not going to show you all the way around it, but we're always putting new things in here. So what you should be able to do is come here in the first instance and get some information to share with your supporters to tell them, and then keep coming back here regularly to find new content to keep reminding them. So as an example, if you go here by channel and go to Facebook, you'll see we've got lots of different types of wording. So you're not just saying the same thing to your supporters all the time. There's lots of different types of wording that you can use. So as an example here, if there was something you were raising for, you could use this wording. We want to raise £100 to buy new tyres for the minibus, as an example. And again, always got your link there, so you could just easily share that out to Facebook. Or this one here, when you've already raised some money, you want to let your supporters know that it's really working and encourage them to keep going. There's wording here that will tell them about the donation reminder tool that I showed you to encourage them to get that. There's absolutely stacks of content in here to help you really simply share the word out. Some of the popular parts of this area are presentations and guides. Maybe you've got a committee meeting coming up, or you've got an event where you can have lots of people along. You can download a PowerPoint presentation which explains what it's all about, or a booklet or a quick start guide. You've got posters and flyers that you can download and print out, even a roller banner that a template that you could get printed out to help you get people to support you at events. How-to videos. So there's a couple of videos here. You might recognise this is the lovely Roisin who was demonstrating our video on how to use the website, but people find this really useful. It's just a short video just to explain how it all works. She's embarrassed now, aren't you? Sorry. So there's absolutely lots of things. One last thing to show you is this month's messages. So here we will always put up-to-date content based on what we know people might be shopping for at the moment. So at the moment, lots of people are buying holidays. We all feel like we might be able to travel this year. So we're seeing lots and lots of people booking with our holiday retailers. So again, for you to use Facebook as an example, you'll see there's some nice ready written wording here, just listing all of some of the retailers we work with, reminding your supporters that if they're booking a holiday, what better way than to do it through Easy Fundraising and raise a donation for you at the same time. So if I click post to Facebook, you should hopefully see, there you go, you've got a nice little travel image to remind people. So there'll always be something new here to say. At the moment, we have a nice competition where you could win £500. So there's some information to share with your supporters there about how they could help you, all sorts of things. And the good thing about this area too is that it isn't just limited to you. So you as the admin, as I've said, you have access to certain areas of the site, such as your payment details. Only you have access to that. For obvious reasons, to keep it safe and secure for you, but all of your supporters will have access to this area. And the good thing about that is that it means that it doesn't just have to be you that shares the word out about Easy Fundraising. Any of your supporters, providing they're registered with us to support you, they will have this same content that will automatically be populated with the cause name and the cause link. So ask your other members, volunteers, supporters if they can also share the word out. The more people that do it, the more you'll raise, and it just means it doesn't all have to fall on your shoulders. It's something you can sort of share out with other people. So that's the promote my cause area. So once you've registered, head over to that area, spend a little time looking around. You should find everything you need there. So I'm just going to touch on, before we finish, 3 top tips that have been shared by causes that raise particularly well with us. It's what they do to really boost their funds. So the first one is household bills. Now, I said at the start that most of our retailers will give you a certain percentage of what you spend that will go back to your good cause. But there are some retailers where you take a contract with them and they don't necessarily know how much you're going to spend across the course of your contract. So I'm thinking, for example, a mobile phone contract. If you take a 2-year contract with Vodafone, you might spend more some months, you might go over whatever, or you might have roaming charges. They don't know how much you're going to spend. So what they do instead is they will give you a one-off large donation when you first take out that contract. So this will be things like insurance, so car, home, pet, travel, mobiles, broadband, gas and electric, all of those sorts of things where you take a contract. In fact, let me just pop back to the site and I'll show you what I mean. So if I go shop to raise here, and I go to insurance as an example, and car insurance, these are some of the retailers that we work with. You can see they're big donations. So AA at the moment is a £20 donation when you take a new car insurance policy with them. So just 5 people doing that across the course of a year, and you've raised £100. And these are all the things that people do online now. We don't go to the brokers on the high street anymore. We do these things online. And by changing insurer as well, you're probably going to get a better deal on your insurance, plus you'll raise some money as well. So it's a great message to give out to your supporters, and you'll find information in Promote My Cause, again, to help you let people know about that. So that's a top tip, is just think about those boring grown-up adult purchases that we have to make every year. You know, nobody derives any pleasure at all out of renewing their car insurance. It's a necessary evil. You might as well get a donation for your cause out of it at the same time. The next one is holidays and travel. So I showed you TUI earlier, which was up to 2% donation. On average, a family will spend £1,800 on their annual holiday. 2% of £1,800, that's a big donation for you. So just have a think, are you booking to go on a holiday? Doesn't have to be overseas. We work with lots and lots of UK-based travel retailers as well, cottage companies, ferries, even things like Trainline for your train tickets, even things like car hire, airport transfers, anything related to your holiday or travel, you'll be able to find a retailer that does this for you. And the example that I usually give, that Roisin's heard several times when I do these sessions, but it's a genuine one and it's a really good one, is prior to the pandemic, I booked a holiday for my family of 5 plus my parents. We were going to go to Malta. We booked it with Home Away. I think they've changed their name to Verbo now, but it was called Home and Away at the time. And they had a 5% donation rate at the time. They had an increased donation. So I would have had a £72 donation. It got cancelled because of the pandemic, but it just shows you that would have been a really chunky donation that I would have got. And then the last top tip is business. So this forms a few different areas, really. Firstly, do you buy things for your organisation already? So perhaps your organisation has an office, or you have events coming up, or you just need to buy things for your organisation. You can buy for your organisation to benefit your organisation through Easy Fundraising. So let's say your organisation has a small office and you need to buy ink and toner. You can do that through Viking or any of the printer companies that we work with, and get a donation at the same time. So just have a think, what things does your organisation need to buy? Schools do often do this. So if they're doing an event and they need to buy refreshments, like a summer fair, and they're buying lots of refreshments and things like that, they'll use our grocery retailers to buy those. So just have a think about that. Do you have anyone within your supporter network that buys for business, or is an office manager or purchasing manager, or runs their own business, has a small home office? Anyone that might need to buy things like computers, or, as I say, ink and toner, paper, people that might need to travel for business. Do you want to give us your example, Rose? You've got a nice one, haven't you, for your top supporter?
Supporter, yes, absolutely. So she has to travel for her work. So she absolutely raises loads for us just by using Easy Fundraising when she books her train tickets. So she uses Trainline all the time. And also sometimes she has to stay away. And so she will use booking.com for any accommodation that she has. And it will generate a donation every single time. So consequently, she's our #1 supporter. She also has an app, she can still claim it back from her employer. So it doesn't have any impact on her whatsoever. It is absolutely just an extra bonus, this donation that we get for the cause that we support. But also, quite topically for this session, my daughters used to go to an Irish dancing school who had Easy Fundraising implemented, and whenever the girls were travelling for competitions or anything like that, and the moms are travelling and they're going to stay over, they would always do their accommodation for those trips using booking.com, and then get donations for the school as well. So it was a win-win all round. So the prices are always exactly the same. We're getting this extra bonus, which is really, really great. So yeah, business buying. We definitely know that our most successful causes will always have a business buyer in their midst somewhere.
That's great. Thanks, Roisin. That's brilliant. So just have a think about your network of people. And then lastly, just have you got any businesses in your community that might have supported you in the past? So perhaps local solicitors has sponsored you for something, or any other businesses that you know. Just ask them, could they use Easy Fundraising to support you? Because as Roisin said, the prices are the same. It's not going to cost them anything more, and they can raise donations for you at the same time. So that's coming to the end now. So your 3-point action plan, if you are not already registered with us, then this is the link to go to do it through. Then spread the word with all the free fundraising tools that we provide. Have a little look around there and make sure you can find what you need. And then just think about those big donations, and also remember to use it yourself as well. If you're using it, then you'll feel far more confident talking to other people about it and being able to, like Roisin and I have done, show people, oh, I've just raised this donation, I bought this, it equated to this. Make sure you yourself use it as well to raise money for your organisation. This is my email address here, so it's my job to support Irish in Britain and all of the members. So if you have any questions, so after this session, if you think, oh, I didn't quite understand, or I'm not sure about something, by all means get in touch with me and I'll be really happy to help you. If you think your organisation might be registered in the past, but you're not sure and you don't know who registered it, just register it again through this link and I'll sort it out for you at this end. And if you've got any outstanding supporters or funds or anything like that, I'll just move it into your new account. So do get in touch with me and I'll be very happy to help. And that is the end of the session. So I'm going to hand back over to Aisling or Fiona to see if they've got anything they want to say.
Thank you so much, Becky. It was absolutely fantastic presentation, so clear and easy by name and nature. Obviously, it's very, very easy. I just have one question, Becky, and apologies if you've gone over it already, but I think it's probably one that a lot of people would ask is, can my cause claim gift aid against my shopping transactions and donations?
No, you can't claim gift aid, unfortunately. It isn't how it works, unfortunately.
Okay. No worries, just thought we'd clear that up. I don't think there's any more questions in the chat or Q&A unless anybody wants to post some. Now's your chance. You must have had it all covered, Becky. You left no stone unturned.
No,
that's what it was.
Well, I'll send you the slides and then you can share them with.
I'll circulate them. Yep, perfect. Thank you so much. Well, thank you, Becky, and thank you, Roisin. And I think, if there's no more questions, thank you very much. And I think we'll probably close this session. All right. So good afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye.